first thing when I got out of bed this morning, I told my wife, we're home. We don't have to leave this weekend, so it's really good to be home. I thought we had a pretty good week. It was good to get conference started, get back into a 3-game series. I thought it was a really good opening weekend for us because we were tested. A lot of circumstances and a lot of situations came up that challenged the mettle of our players, and I thought they responded really well in those moments where the game got tight, where adversity happened. And I was really proud of the responses that we got throughout the whole weekend. We got down 4-1 in game 1 and answered right back pretty quickly. I think we got behind in the second, and we answered in the top of the fourth, took the lead 5-4, and then put the game away from that point to, I think, an 8-4 win. The second game, we took pretty much from start to finish, was it 10-1, and then game 3 was a totally different game. We had a 1-0 lead, I think, until the 4th or 5th, and we tied 1-1 the next inning in the bottom of the 5th, I believe. Southern Miss took the lead 2-1, and I love the response of our team in the top of the 6th inning to go from down 2-1 to putting it away with a 10-2 run rule victory. And I really liked what I saw. I thought Jordan Campbell was huge in game 2 with the bases loaded pinch hit double that got 3 RBIs, and then again in game 3, come off the bench, 2 RBIs at a huge moment in that game. I thought that was really impressive. Sophie Piscos was tremendous in game 2, went 4 for 4, and then had big moments yesterday as well. Maya Davis on defense and offense was outstanding all weekend. I thought our pitching had really good moments in the weekend, and we saw some really exciting things from each pitcher. Megan Shorman in game 3 was really good. Sam Landry had an inning where she threw as well as I've seen her throw any time in her 2 years here. An inning that we can use in the bullpen this week to really grow from. And I thought Carter Heath was outstanding in her start in game 3. I thought Megan Shorman showed resiliency to start off with some adversity in the first couple of innings. Go back, I took her out of the game just for a second to get her emotions under control, get her breath, put her back out, and I thought she was really good down the stretch of game 1. So I thought all that was things that I liked this weekend. I thought our bats come around a little bit, and I still love the play of the freshman class. That they're doing more than what I thought they would have to do this year, and I really like what they're doing, especially Lauren Allred and Vic Valdez has just been both outstanding on defense and offense.
Coach, do you feel like because of your non-conference schedule, you were able to, when things were tight in those games this past weekend, that the team was able to just figure it out and dig deep because of the type of competition that they played in non-conference?
Yeah, I think that without a doubt you can start to see now the toughness of the ball club. That the class of playing that. When you play that type of schedule, it gives your team class. Then it shows up in those games in Sun Belt. I thought all the responses throughout the weekend, the moments probably didn't seem quite as big as they would have if we hadn't played the schedule that we played. But when you've been in that 3-2 game with UCLA, 2 out in the 7th inning, that's a big moment, far bigger than anything that you're in this weekend. And so I'm hoping that we'll see benefit from that throughout the year.
So what are you looking for this first home series with App State? What are you looking for the team that you'd like to see?
I want to see us grow. I want to see us go out and be a more dominant team in every area of the game. Like I'm ready to see us play we're not played a good game yet, like a really good game. I want to see us put it together where we're good on defense, on offense, and pitching all at one time. And that was kind of, I think, we saw a little bit of that at Florida. I think the offense could have been better in a 1-0 win. But I thought our pitching and defense was good. I thought our pitching and defense was really good in parts of the UCLA game. There was a couple of really big defensive plays. But I still don't think we put that game together a complete game where we put it all together. And I'd like to see, in one of these 3 games this weekend, you can't play a perfect game every day. I want to see one game where we put it together, defense, offense, and pitching, and see what it looks like. And then once we find it one time, and I hope we can find it on a regular basis more often.
Coach, with Sophie having the moment she had over the weekend, Campbell having the moment she had over the weekend, have you kind of decided we're just going to play all these players a little bit here and there, besides the mainstays, obviously, and just try to go with who's hot? Or
I was looking at the stats the last couple of weeks, and I was trying to challenge the upperclassmen a little bit this weekend. I wanted to grow the freshman class because obviously we're having to play them a little bit more, and they're playing bigger roles than what I expect them to in January, February. Because of circumstances, injuries, things out of their control. We put them out there. Now they've really become an important part of our team. So, I want to put pressure on them. At the same time, I want the upperclassmen to not feel pressure. I want them to realize, we can win without you. You don't have to do anything. We can win without you, but then we need you. And in that moment, like yesterday, I have a choice. I can let Kylie Griffith bat, or I can put Jordan Campbell up there. And I want Jordan Campbell to know, you got experience, you should be better in this moment. And she took that challenge and got to her. She could have pouted. She could have. That's not who she is. She's an ultimate teammate. And then the other thing, if my upperclassmen care enough about the program enough and care about their team enough, which they do, that I can set out 1 or 2 of those upperclassmen every game and let the freshmen gain experience when it comes to big moment. I can put them in a key spot, where the bases are loaded or where second, third. And we did that both Saturday and Sunday. I think we were 3 for 4 pinch hitting in big moments. And when your pinch hitters go 3 out of 4, that's a sign that they believe in you as a coach. That's a sign they believe in the program. That was huge for me as a coach, to the kids to come through like that. It tells me we're in a good place. Now, as we get into South Isle and Troy, Texas State, we get into those games. And we go into regional, I expect Jordan Campbell and Sophie Piscos to be in the lineup. I think they're key players. They're huge parts of our team. But I think the lineup, I want everybody to earn it, and they want to earn it. They don't want anything give to them. They want to earn it. And I think that's all part of that confidence factor, that you gain when Jordan got 5 RBIs and 2 at-bats. And if you look back at the last 10 games, she's got 6 RBIs. So that would give her the opportunity to showcase how good she is in a big moment and make a statement to our ball club. And I thought she hammered home that point. So I'm really proud of her as a coach and then her effort in those moments. So there's a lot going on there where you're just trying to find yourself and find ways for your team to find themselves. And that's why I'm really optimistic. I don't feel like we've played anywhere near our best ball. I don't think we've put our best lineup on the field yet. I think it's coming.
You talk about Maya and the speed that she has and how much of a weapon that is for you guys in the offense.
No, I don't know how when you get a play every day with her and you see how she makes plays on defense, going back over her head this weekend on a catch. She makes another play coming in. I'm pretty sure it was a double play, but it was 12-1, and there wasn't no need to go to the appeal again at that point. But I'm pretty sure she actually had a double play at first base. She just does something every day, that is special with her defense and her offense and her speed on a base pass. People don't even notice it, but Jordan Campbell's double, she was on first base. And she scored from first base it was easy at home. There was no doubt she was scoring, and most players might have been a real close play at the plate. She's home by 15 feet. She just does things in so many different ways. It shows up. She's a huge, huge player for our program. I don't know any other way to say it other than just unbelievable good fortune to have her here in our lineup.
Talk about, are you sissy and playing her at short, and is it you just need to be patient because she has the best long-term potential to be an elite shortstop?
she's a really good defensive shortstop. Her softball IQ on the defensive side of the ball is through the roof. That was the first time I'd done that lineup with Carly Heath because I knew I could do that, but it was kind of interesting. Like by starting Carly, we could put her in that 10 spot and play D. But I want her. I know she can hit. I know she will develop as a hitter. In my mind, that's not an option. She's going to develop as a hitter. It's just how do we do it as fast as we can without putting her in and bogging her down and stressing her out and making it and slowing down the process of becoming a hitter. And then I'm also, I'm really happy with Kylie Griffin. I think offensively she's a little farther ahead of Sissy, but she's also defensively, she's capable of becoming a good defensive shortstop and grow into the position. Her in travel ball, she played first base last summer 2 years ago. I watched her play third base a lot. And I think she played shortstop probably in high school. I've never asked her. I'm pretty sure she did. She's a kid that could do. She's such a good athlete. I think she can do whatever. But her offense is really good. So I'm just thrilled with both those freshmen. I want to look at them some. I did in that game. We had one at third, one at short. I like having them both on the field together. I tried to play a lot of kids that I'm looking at. I put them back to back in the lineup. Just put them side by side this weekend, so that I can kind of get a feel for, which one's going to give us more or less. And just I'm trying to learn the lineup and learn the team. At the same time, I feel like we got 16 good players, and I don't want to lock down I don't want to only use 9 if I got 16 available, and if I can get to the postseason with more experience in under the belt with all those girls, I think it'll pay off for us at the end of the year. So. I know we got fans that want me to lock the lineup down, set that lineup, and in the short term, that might be the best result. But in the long run, I'm not sure that we're not better off to keep studying. I mean, if we weren't experimenting, we might not have ever found Lauren Allred. Thank goodness we know about Lauren Allred right now. So I'm gonna keep looking. I also think it creates competition on the ball club in the daily practices, and gives everybody more motivation to, if I work my tail off, somebody's going to give me a chance and I'm going to be noticed. There's a chance I'll be noticed. So there's a lot going on there, but it's all caused because you got 16 offensive players that can play, position players that can play.